So this is another video by Hoodie Demon. I know I've been talking about a lot about him lately, but he just gives me so much material, honestly. Well, but anyway, this is a video he made called Comrade Logic. I'm only going to be responding to some of the points, because he actually makes some fairly good ones, but let's watch. Hoodie Demon. Yeah.
Every time my ideology has been tried, it has resulted in famines, economic collapse, and totalitarian dictatorships. But that's just because they all got it wrong. Trust me, I got this shit figured out.
I don't know if Hoodie Demon just gained self-awareness, or if he doesn't have any self-awareness. It depends on who he was talking about in that statement.
Comrade Logic. Well, of course you can own a house in a society where private property has been completely abolished.
Name one communist who has actually said that.
Comrade Logic. There can't be a 1% if everybody's poor.
Okay, a little, pet peeve of mine, but technically there was an upper class in communism. It was the dictators like Stalin and Castro, for instance. Just figured I should point that out real quick. I'm not using that as a point against Hoodie Demon, I'm just saying in general.
Comrade Logic. Wages in America have been on a steady incline independent of inflation.
Citation, please. Because if you actually adjust inflation, wages in America have been on a huge decline. Again, working a full-time job at minimum wage in the 1960s would have made you more than it would if you did the exact same job, full-time, minimum wage in 2017.
And every market crash thus far has been because of government and because of socialist policies like the Federal Reserve.
Like the Great Depression, for instance, which was caused by a stock market crash and commercial and investment banking not being separated. But it was government's fault, I swear.
But believe you me, capitalism is gonna fail any day now. Comrade Logic. Living standards in capitalist countries are incomparably higher than those in non-capitalist countries. But trust me, that
actually, living standards appear to be the highest in socially democratic countries like Norway, for instance, which has the highest, I don't know if it has the highest happiest percentage anymore, but it did for a long time. And if you actually go through amount of happiness percentage in all the nations, and I believe the UN, then you'll see socially democratic countries tend to have higher happiness than non-socially democratic countries.
That's all labor. It has nothing to do with capitalism.
Okay, what I think he's referring to here is the labor theory of value, which talks about labor in capitalism.
Comrade Logic. Hey, Encom. So, the implementation of capitalism has worked many times in history. The implementation of communism has never worked.
I mean, the implementation of very limited government and anarcho-capitalist ideologies worked so well in Somalia, post-Saddam Hussein Iraq, the Article of Confederations. What?
So I was just wondering, how do you know for sure that communism isn't just some impossible utopia? You're the utopian! Comrade Logic. Go Venezuela! See? We told you socialism works! This just in, Venezuela on the verge of total economic collapse. What are they talking about? Venezuela isn't socialist, it's state capitalist.
Okay, I've never heard anyone say Venezuela is state capitalist. The only person I've heard use the term state capitalist, actually, was Libertarian Socialist Rants in his commentary on Paul Joseph Watson when referring to Cuba, China, and North Korea, I believe. But not only that, Venezuela failed because of capital flight, a global capitalist idea after the oil market crashed in 2014, which is again another capitalist idea despite what these people seem to think about the Great Depression.
Comrade Logic. Let's start a socialist forum so we can start discussion by proving our ideology works. But let's make sure we ban people that are actually from socialist countries. Comrade Logic. The rich don't pay taxes! Huh? What's that? They pay more in taxes than most of America combined. I don't care! I want free shit!
I want the United States to be on the level of every other modern nation. Oh, so you just want free crap. Well, that's what every other modern nation has been able to do. Why is that necessarily a bad thing? And even then, no one's claiming it's free. That's why they use terms like universal or single payer or other things that are clearly implying, yes, somebody is going to pay for it, and it's going to be all of us.
Comrade logic. Fidel, I've got it! I know exactly how to solve socialism's economic calculation problem. How, Che? We'll just allocate resources by mimicking whatever the capitalist countries are doing.
You see, both Che Guevara and Fidel Castro were both secretly Hoodie Demon. Little known fact.
Yes. Comrade logic. A good or service can only be as valuable as the amount of labor that was put into making it. Nothing more, nothing less. Therefore, all labor is equal, regardless of skill, talent, intelligence, education, or training. Comrade logic. No one should ever be berated for being gay. It's not a choice, it's just the way they were born. Now let's go beat the shit out of some white people.
Okay, most people, if you're referring to groups like Athena, they didn't punch people just for being white. They punched, I think, Richard Spencer for being a white nationalist. There's a huge difference. And if you can give me examples of this actually happening, and I mean literally, it was just because they were white, then I will come on this channel and say, yeah, that's a bad thing, but you haven't done so, Hoodie Demon.
Comrade logic. There's literally no difference between freedom and equality.
Which equality are you referring to? If you're talking about economic equality, then I guess there is. I guess there's a difference, but if you're talking about people having equal opportunity, then yeah, that freedom and equality would be the same thing.
Comrade logic. I'm not a communist. I'm a Marxist-Leninist.
Name one actual communist who has said that. Here's how that actually goes. Hey, I am a social democrat. Oh, so you're a Stalinist.
Comrade logic. Communism didn't kill 100 million people. Communist governments only sentenced 700,000 to death.
But remember, guys, guns don't kill people. People and communism kills people.
Comrade logic. You're a Nazi. Why can't you be more like me? A National Socialist who advocates for democracy.
Hitler did not advocate for democracy, you moron.
Comrade logic. So, Soviet Poland? Yes, Britain. You want the entire world to be socialist and eventually communist. So what are you gonna do when there are no more free market economies to copy? Well, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
They're going to say, oh yay, we won. Got my hands up, play my sword, na 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 na.
Comrade logic. Ban all guns! Now let's go overthrow the government. Comrade logic. Fascism is bad, so let's silence and remove anyone who disagrees with us.
Now get your free helicopter ride.
Comrade logic.
Isn't that like saying, live and let live? Anyone who doesn't understand that should be killed.
And why am I moving around everywhere while talking in ways that defy the laws of gravity?
No way!
That was extremely awkward animation, Hoodie Demon.
A gulag with you, comrade.
This is some good music. So overall, Hoodie Demon, you are still an idiot. And that is it. I am Ephrom, and good night.